Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with the Beth Israel Rabbi. I'm Rabbi Adam Stein. I just have a couple announcements for you before I delve into some Torah learning. First of all, we have a great concert coming up on the 24th of May. This is a fundraiser, but a very affordable fundraiser. Tickets for this concert are selling well, but we still have room left to come to hear cantor Magda Fishman. She's a cantor, she's Israeli and American, and also a jazz singer and trumpeter. She's really wonderful. If you go onto YouTube, you can see some great videos of her. A few years ago when she was in Los Angeles at a synagogue that I had participated in during rabbinical school, my dad actually grew up there, congregation Beth. She was the cantor there, and she did a whole video with congregants that they filmed all around Los Angeles and edited together. It was really, really great. You can find this online. You can also find her at tbe.org at their clergy page, tbe.org/clergy. That's the shul, Temple Bethel in Connecticut, where she is now. She's performed at Kennedy and Lincoln Centers, the Apollo Theater, National Gallery of Canada, Prague State Opera, really great. So that's the evening of May 24th. So go online or call our office to inquire about that. I also want to mention that I was just at the blood bank just down the street on Oak, and one of the members of the Jewish community, Leslie Beniz, was doing a Mother's Day blood drive today, and I was there for that. There's another blood drive coming up in the Jewish community. Some members of VTT, someone involved in the Parent Advisory Committee there, and also a member of Shai Tzedek, put together a blood drive twice a year. We're getting involved with them this May, and hopefully in the future as well. And we get Temple Shalom involved. Maybe we'll have a whole big community thing Wednesday and Thursday, the 24th and 25th, same day as that concert, but during the day. But really that whole week, we're going to try to get people in the Jewish community involved. I was talking to someone at the Blood Center, and she said they really need people Monday as well, which is Victoria Day, but they are open, but people don't usually think to go. So we hope you can come to donate blood and really save a life, and more than one life when you donate blood. It often goes to 3 different people if you donate a unit of blood or a unit of platelets or plasma. And that really connects to what I want to talk about in our Torah portion today. I want to mention a midrash. Midrash, you may know, is a rabbinic explanation, interpretation of something in the Torah, sometimes a story. But often with the midrash, the rabbis start with something way over here in writings or the Ketuvim section of the Bible, of the Tanakh, such as Ecclesiastes. And then through all sorts of connections, literary and wordplay, they bring it back to the Torah portion that they're actually talking about, the parasha. And they do that with something with today's parasha, Parashat Emor. They start with a little bit from Ecclesiastes, from Kohelet. God seeks after the pursued. Seeks after or cares after or looks after the pursued. A Rabbi Huna, they quote, who says, of course in the name of someone else, Rabbi Joseph, God always seeks after or looks after one who is pursued. He says, you find that when a righteous person pursues a righteous person, God looks after the pursued one. Or even when a wicked person pursues a righteous person, or even when a righteous person pursues a wicked person, God's always trying to help out the one who is pursued. Another rabbi says, always the Holy One, blessed be God, demands some sort of recompense, some sort of payment for the blood of the pursued from the pursuers. Referencing, of course, all the way back to the beginning, Cain pursuing Abel. Cain pursuing Abel, and God seeks after the pursued, meaning they quote Genesis towards the beginning there, chapter 4, God looks favorably at Abel and his offering. God was sort of helping out Abel because he was pursued by Cain. Even Noah pursued by his generation. They didn't like him. He thought he was maybe so righteous. He was building an ark. They're attacking him. And God says, you and your entire household should enter the ark. And then it says, even regarding the sacrifices, they bring it to this week's parasha, God seeks after the pursued. An ox is pursued by a lion, a lamb is pursued by a wolf, a goat is pursued by a leopard. Therefore the Holy One, blessed be God, said, do not bring the pursuers before me, but rather the pursued. Because in our parasha it says, when a bullock, a sheep, or a goat is born, after 7 days, bring them before me as an offering. So the animals that God wants brought close to God, as sacrifices. We think sacrifices nowadays seem terrible. They were killing the animal, but those were the animals that God wanted close to him. Bringing close is la'akriv. A korban is the word in Hebrew for a sacrifice. This was the way we really worship God. God wanted the ones that were pursued. So it occurs to me that the theology, Rabbi Sheldon Lewis brings this in his book of commentary, the theology of the Torah and the Midrashim often brings us to ethics. So if we think about those who are pursued, in this case, maybe even think about those pursued by illness, or pursued by just something that's bringing them down. When we contribute to a community, say to a synagogue like ours with a fundraiser to help those in the community who need services in the programs of a synagogue, or we help those who are pursued by an illness, cancer, or some blood illness, or an injury even that they need blood transfusion, and then we contribute from ourselves to help save them, we're bringing to fruition what the rabbis are saying in this midrash. We are emulating God and looking after those who are pursued. Shabbat Shalom, and we'll see you in coming weeks.